All right, in this problem, we're going to try and sketch the path and identify the curve traced out by p of xy, given this parameterization. Okay, so my first tip would be to plot a table. Well, that's really backwards. Plot a table like we did in the first one, so t, x, and y. Plot those values out and kind of see what the values are doing. That would be my first suggestion to try and get your head wrapped around it. So go ahead and pause the video and do that, and then I'll wait a second. All right, welcome back. Hopefully you were able to plot out some values. I would definitely start, since t is greater than 0, you want to start with like maybe 0, and then you could do like just kind of step through it, 0.2, 0.1, 0.5, 1, 1.2, 1.5, 2, something like that, just to get a sense of the values. And if you did that, then hopefully you have a sense of kind of like what the curve looks like. You should get a sense that it's some sort of hyperbola in the first and fourth quadrants. So let's verify that, eliminating the parameter here for x and y, and that's the part that we'll show next. Okay, so x is equal to t plus 1 over t, and y is equal to t minus 1 over t. So eliminating the parameters here, there's different ways you can go about it. A lot of times it involves like isolating or solving for a variable and trying to plug back in for the other one. Sometimes the most direct method is using elimination, and usually elimination will start to pop in when you have sums and differences within the mix of the variables on the right hand side in terms of the parameterization specifically. So let's go ahead and take this example here, and I'm going to do two things. So here I'm going to add them, and here I'm going to subtract them. So here, if I have x plus y, what is that equal to? Well, I have t plus 1 over t and t plus t minus 1 over t. So in the sum, the 1 over t and the minus 1 over t are going to cancel out, and I'm just left with a total of 2t. T plus t. These t's cancel out. Okay? And then the difference, x minus y, something really nice happens there too. So I have t plus 1 over t minus t minus 1 over t. So the negative and the negative are going to make that a plus, and I'll have 1 over t plus 1 over t, and the t minus t is going to cancel out. So I'm left here with 1 over 2t. Okay? So the sum gives us 2t, the difference gives us 1 over 2t. And now if we look at the product of x plus y and x minus y, this is a difference of squares, and the value of t plus is 2t, and I'm going to multiply that times 1 over 2t coming from here, and the difference. So this is going to cancel out. Oh, I said 1 over 2t, I'm sorry. That should be 2 over t. There's two of them when I add them together. So I wonder why that looked funny. So the t's cancel out, and you're left with 2 times 2, which gives me 4. Just to clarify my mistake there, I put a 2t downstairs. I was counting 1 minus and minus makes it a plus, so it's 1 plus 1. So it should be a 2t upstairs, not downstairs. Okay, so that makes it a 2 over t. There's 2 1 over t. This is another way of thinking about it. And then the 2t here. So the t's cancel, and you have 2 times 2, which is 4. So this product then, this is a difference of squares, is x squared minus y squared, which is equal to 4. Okay, so this is the equation minus the parabola, or minus the parameterization. However, when we look at the parameterization, you see that t is for greater than 0. But x can be negative, right? And this doesn't preclude that indeed x can be negative and it wouldn't affect the overall. But that doesn't jive with the domain of the parameterization. So that means that the negative x values are not going to be included, which is why if you had plotted the curve, you would see that this, as a rough sketch, the parameterization reveals this sort of hyperbola, and the direction of the hyperbola moves from the negative y-axis, or negative y values, up to the positive axis. So the curve, the flow of the curve is in this direction. Again, that's because x cannot be less than or equal to 0 since t is strictly greater than 0. Okay? So I hope that was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.